Hey, Ryan Michael Galloway here with WeDon'tNeedNoStinkingRecordCompany.com, and I'm hanging out with David Spangenberg, the Professor Pooch of ProfessorPooch.com.
Hello, everyone.
And he's our legal expert and the guy I turn to. And so we talked about 360 and 270 and 180 and all those kinds of deals. David, what are some other kinds of deals that we might run into in the music business?
Well, the kind of deals personally I like for some odd reasons, but that is you've created such a buzz and they come to you, they hear about you because you sold 50,000 on your records of your own.
Yeah.
There's things where you could do upstreaming, which actually started way back in sounds like funny, way back in the 90s. To me it's but the upstreaming is, let's say, and I've seen this happen quite often, where a recording is done very well, and a major label sees it, and you upstream, and all of a sudden from the indie, you're now working with the major, or you yourself as an artist are starting to work with a major, but you're doing it through your own record company, which I urge people to form no matter what. Form your own record company. Remember I said the other day, I just said, poof, you're a record company. Congratulations. Sign to yourself, and then do a slash deal with the other record company. We're dealing from more strength. You're going to have, they want you that bad. That means they like what you've created, so you keep some of that creative power that the record company does not discuss in their recording contract with you. They want to have the creative power. That's point one, creative. What about business? Obviously, you're in a much better bargaining position, both in the recordings and the songs themselves. And, legally, you've got much more strength to deal from.
Well, it reminds me, if we go back historically, again, and I always think of Boston because they came on so strong. But they had their own, Tom Scholz has his own studio in Boston.
Yeah, he created so many pieces of equipment.
He did. He invented a bunch of them.
He was an inventor. He worked for Polaroid.
That's right. He took the words right out of my mouth. Well, so he had this studio, and I think the story goes that it got flooded and they lost the masters and had to redo everything. But basically, they got paid right off the bat for the recordings because they produced them.
That's right. Ownership.
Yeah. So
ownership.
Now you don't have to tell the record company where you recorded them, that you did it in your basement or your
But what do they care? If it sounds good to them and it's selling, why should they care? That's kind of stupid. For them to care.
And there's a few things that can be done after the fact to master the recordings and make them better and stuff like that. But the fact is, if somebody's very talented and got a good ear, can do some pretty amazing stuff for almost nothing once they get their own equipment. And the equipment is probably well under 10,000, some cases under 5.
Nowadays, I remember it cost me $50,000 back just for an 8-track reel-to-reel back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And now it's, you could do the same thing for maybe $3,000, $4,000,
Yeah, with a lot more tracks and a lot better quality, except for the fact that a lot of people get hung up on, it's got to be analog, so it's, I don't know. I can't hear the difference personally, but some people can.
Analog is to digital as film is to video. It's warmer. It's got more. What it is digital does not capture all the overtones.
Yeah, theoretically, but it's way up there and it's way above the human hearing.
Yes, they're getting better.
Say again?
They're getting better.
Oh yeah. Well, and then I was reading recently about Natalie Maine's dad, Lloyd Maines, down here in Texas, has produced tons and tons and tons of recording out of Austin. And he's known for just cranking out all kinds of albums all year long. And he says, but the reason I'm doing that is they keep coming to me with these $10,000 budgets, and we got to crank them out quick and dirty because they don't have the money. Well, if they'd had the knowledge and the equipment and did it in their own home, they could have done it for a whole lot less than $10,000 and probably had something that they could have taken a whole lot more care producing.
Well, let's face it, how many artists, I've run into plenty of artists that waste so much money on stupid stuff. They wonder why after 250,000 sales they haven't seen a penny because they wanted to record some songs in Canada Canada, some in Germany. They wanted the spa. But the record company, if they okay this stuff, is also wants to get paid back for.
Right, right. And the days of doing that craziness are gone. I mean, you got to
that's
economize.
ridiculous. I mean, God, what people can do. I have friends that can do amazing recordings out of their home.
Yeah. Well, you and me both. And I'll tell you,
Real instruments too.
If you want to go hear a whole bunch of them from all around the world, go to mixposure.com. Man, oh man, they're doing a ton there. A lot of people, you can just see all kinds of stuff getting done. Now, some of it's a bit overproduced, and that's okay. People are learning, but man, you're capable of is amazing.
You put up a very good subject, overproducing.
Yeah, well, let's deal with that one on a different one. But
okay.
But I guess the point being that you should be able to, with a little bit of practice, and it might take you a few years to master it, or you might have to hook up with other really serious and excellent hobbyists or people who are doing stuff fairly seriously in their homes. And you can end up coming out with some really nice recordings and not have to spend a fortune to do it. And now you are empowered, because first of all, you can sell and build up sales, and secondly, then a company's coming to you. Yeah,
you own the recordings, which gives you such bargaining power.
And in keeping with my "we don't need no stinking record company" at that point, you don't need no stinking record company. They need you.
That's right. That's exactly, and they have to deal more on your terms if you decide to want to go with them.
At all, yeah. Hey, I'm Ryan Michael Galloway, and I'm coming to you from We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, and I'm with David Spangenberg, Professor Pooch from ProfessorPooch.com. We got a little bit more we're going to talk about too. Thanks.